Welcome to Lost. Welcome to Lost. We lost Tom. Feels strange, this, mate, yeah? Welcome to Lost. Just keep going, it says, mate. Just keep going. That way, yeah. That way there. And then a left again. Now guys, this looks really good off here. And on Google Maps it says you can fish it. But on here it says no fishing. Don't know what to do now. I don't know what to do. Welcome back. Here we are. Welcome back to Milford Haven. Now then guys, I haven't driven all the way down here just to fish here. I'm actually on holiday with a family and we're staying in Tenby. Now you're thinking, why if you're staying in Tenby have you driven all the way to Milford Haven? Because it is 40 minutes away from where we're staying. But I don't know if you can tell from Tom's trousers, that's Tom there, you're going to give him a wave, Tom, say hello. Tom's trousers and the white waves, I hope you may be able to see. It's blowing an absolute gale. So we come into the river thinking we'd get a bit of shelter, and this is everything that I'm not really a fan of when it comes to fishing. We're on a pier, which is great. It's deep, which is fantastic, but it's busy. It's really, really busy. It's a Tuesday today. Is it Tuesday? Or is it Wednesday? It's Tuesday. We've been on holiday for a few days. Anyway, we're limited to what we could put in the car, so we've put a rod a piece in the car. And when I say we, that's me, Teresa and Tom. Jess, the wife, has also brought a rod, but she's decided that she's not coming fishing in the wind and rain, that she's going to spend some more money in the arcades with young Freddie and Terry. But here we are, Milford Haven, and we haven't got a clue. Well, I haven't got a clue. I've done hardly any research, should I say, about what to do, where to go. But I've done a bit of a gander on Google Earth this morning. Found this pier, which is called Mackerel Jetty. So I believe. I'm sure somebody will correct me. Mackerel Jetty. There's a few guys on here fishing. One had a bite when we first got down here. One guy walked on and caught a mackerel straight away. But it's blowing an absolute gale. I'll be honest with you guys, I haven't a clue what we're going to catch, if we're going to catch anything. But thank you for tuning in, and I hope you enjoy. I have myself put out an up and over pulley rig with a ray bait on it, because I do believe they get a few rays run through here from the research that I've done early this morning. And I thought, you know what, hell with it, we'll check a ray bait out. But I have also heard a rumour that there's been one or two small codling about. Wasn't sure if that went slack then. So who knows? It'd be nice to get Teresa or Tom a codling for this species hunt. I don't know. We'll have a go. We'll see what's here. Bear with us. Bear with me. And hopefully something will happen. Hopefully something will happen. And if not, we'll just go and enjoy the rest of the holiday. But look, it would be cool to catch a fish whilst we're on holiday. Doesn't matter what it is, as long as we don't blank. But if we blank, we've visited somewhere new, and I've brought you along for the journey. Like I say, this is completely different to anything I'd say I've brought on screen as yet, because I don't do much of this type of popular pier fishing. But who knows? Who knows? I did find a mark earlier on, further upriver, closer to the bridge, but then I thought, you know what, we'll come down here because it was dried up there, dried out. The tide was out, tide's now flooding, and I thought we'll come down here. This doesn't dry out from what I've done in my research, and there might be a few minis for the guys to catch. Anyway, there's the intro done. We're at Milford Haven. Do you have a bite, Tom? We're at Milford Haven. There's the intro done. I don't know. Bear with me and let's see what happens. Bite. Blow in. Now that is busy to me. That is really busy for me, that. There's nothing wrong with fishing these type of places, guys. It's just not something that I'm used to doing. But I've always wanted to have a bit of a gander down Milford Haven way. And here we are. Tom's had the wrasse. He's also had a small, tiny pollock. So Tom's winning at the moment, you mate? Tom having a little walk around with his mini rod and goes and catches a stunner. Cracker, mate? Yeah. Mate? Yeah? Happy? Yeah. You look cold, Tom?
Yeah, the wind's very strong.
The wind's strong, eh, mate? Cracking fish, lovely little fish, mate. And you're beating your Auntie Teresa?
Yeah.
How many species now?
3.
3? Well done, mate. I just need to catch something bigger. Oh. Well done, mate. Well, I'm just sheltering from the wind by here. And my big baits are just getting stripped by crabs. Starting to think I should call this Tom's fishing adventure and not fishing and country life with Tommy Joe, because Tom is the only one catching fish. Now I don't mean the only one out of us, but I mean, and as I say that, behind you, behind the camera, Tom's got another fish. Yeah, Tom, bring it over so we can have a look, mate. I don't know what he's got, but Tom's bouncing around catching all sorts of fish. My bits are getting stripped by crabs. What have you got? Small pollock he's got again. And Tom's had... Tom, come in the screen, mate, so we can have a quick look. Go and have a quick show them over there. You might be too close. Come back a bit, come back a bit, come back a bit. Go down a bit, go down a bit. Put your hand on your head. And he listened. Small pollock there for Tom. So yeah, go on, mate, get it back. Good lad. Yeah, he's not just catching the fish out of us lot, but he's catching the only fish on the pier, and there must be 15 of us on here. I have seen a guy catch a mackerel, but yeah, Tom's enjoying it. And that's all it's about, really, is me visiting somewhere else, bringing you guys somewhere else, and girls. Teresa's going to go and screen now. Teresa, you're right in front of the camera, that's rolling, mate, yeah? So that big blur that you just seen was Teresa walking across the screen, pinching my bait, and I'm just hiding out of the wind, guys. I'm not expecting anything of a miracle to happen today, but it brings you somewhere different, which I like to try and do with the channel, is bring you places, different places. So if you're new to the channel, welcome on board, and you never know where you'll see me fishing next, because I do get about as much as I possibly can every other week, and I do try and fish 3 or 4 nights a week locally at home. So yeah, it's just a bit of an update, guys. It's blowing a gale. We tend to fish until we stop fishing, which could be any time of night. Tom's looking at me now because he wants to go in the box and get ragworm. So on that note, guys, I best go and help Tom. Oh. That's your ragworm. So all Tom is doing is he's dropping small 2-hook flappers right down in the corner here by a pillar, and he's getting a bit of action by doing so. Tiny little baits, putting the ragworm on. Tiny little hooks, putting the ragworm on, snipping it then with the scissors, you mate? Feeling the cold a little bit here today, Dom?
Yeah, I'm just barely getting the hook out.
Just barely having the hook out, yeah? Go on then, mate, show us what it's done. Well, back onto the Tom scenario. Sorry guys, I went off screen there for a bit due to one of the guys that follows me on Instagram. I'd put a story on my Instagram and he'd realised where I was and come down to see me. So it was really nice to meet somebody different and local to the area. In the meantime, Tom's been bouncing around from corner to corner, and he has been catching quite a few small wrasse and blennies and little bits and pieces. So there's plenty of small bits down there, but the big baits really haven't been doing any fish at all. So we're going to get another 10 minutes here now, and we're going to have a bit of a move to a spot that I found further upriver when we first come here, so unless something exciting happens, we'll see you further upriver. Has he got a fish there? No, missed it. Get a bite, Tom! Bait! Another fish for Tom in the corner here. Little pollock, mate?
Yeah.
Yeah? Happy?
Yeah.
Plenty of little fish down there, Tom, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah? Put him back in. Come on, back he goes. Go on. Hey. Well, as you can most probably see by the backdrop, we have moved. We have moved from Mackerel Pier, I think that's what the locals call it, on Mackerel Road, on Mackerel Street. We've moved further up the river, right next to the bridge. Now this is a mark that I found on Google Earth this morning, back at the caravan when I was scanning for ideas. This is a mark that I found, and I thought, ooh, that looks good. It's got the quay going into a big harbour and over the river here, and then obviously you got the main river, and I thought this looks good. We did come here first for a look, but it was low water and it was dry. Anyway, it was always the plan, if fishing was poor down there, to come up here for the ebb. So we're about half an hour now off high water, and the plan is we're going to fish here all the way up to high and 2 hours down. Now there's a lot of tide pull here, and that for me just feels like a winner straight away. I had no tide pull down there, and I had no interest on the big baits apart from crabs stripping it and lots of weed. Tom and Teresa, that are to my left, to your right, to my left over there anyway, they had plenty of small minis, wrasse and pollock, I think that was it. Oh, and a whiting, a pouting. So yeah, they had plenty of small stuff down there. Like I say, guys, that's not my type of fishing down there. It's not what I usually do, but we're on holiday. We're trying to shelter from the wind, and I thought, do you know what, we'll give it a go. We'll give it a go. One of the local guys come down to meet me. I won't give his name because I never like to do that. I don't like to give people's names and shout out names unless they ask. But one of the local guys seen on my Instagram that I was in the area, come down to see me, say hello, and that was great. It's always great to meet new people. And I told him that I'd found this spot on Google Earth, and he was like, oh yeah, that fishes, you know, you can fish. The trouble you've got, he said, is you've got a 7 metre tide, and it's hard really fishing in the river on such a big tide. But like I say, we're here sheltering out the wind. We're staying at Tenby, but we're coming up here to stay out the wind, or try and stay out the wind, but it's still blowing a bloody gale. Just trying to get a few different fish and bring you guys along for the journey. Bring you guys along, and hopefully you enjoy just visiting these different places as much as I enjoy it. The big $1 million question is, I've always fancied coming fishing to Milford Haven and surrounding areas, but I've never actually put the time, the effort in, and the reason for that is because they have a lot of what we have back in Anglesey. It doesn't really offer a massive of a difference to what I have in Anglesey. Yeah, the reason being, it doesn't really offer a lot of difference to what I have back in Anglesey. Yes, they get the gilt heads in the summer, and they do get different varieties than we do, but not anything that's really particularly interested me as such. And like I say, we're down on holiday, so that's why we're making the most of it. Okay there, Tom? Stuck? Stuck on a fish? Oh, he's out. Stuck, Kimmy. Yeah, so because we're down on holiday, thought we'd do something different, and yeah, I definitely would come back again. I wish I had more time to venture and spread my wings a little bit more in the area to get a feel for it, but it is what it is. We're very limited on time. We're having a bit of fishing, very limited on time, having a bit of fishing, seeing if we could pick something up, of anything up. There's a lot of tide pull here, so that really excites me, because in my mind of thinking, if there's tide, there's fish. We could have stayed down there for the ebb, but we were catching the wind a bit strong and it was a bit cold, so it was always the plan to come back here. We're very limited to what gear we've got with us. Enjoying a bit of fishing. I'll show you a bit of the scenery right around. As we're going to dark, we might see something a bit different, as in a fish of worth seeing, but if not, hey ho, hey ho. So this is where we are. I'll show you a bit of the scenery. As I say, the tide here is absolute screaming. She's now going out, guys. There's the Claddagh Bridge, I think I'm pronouncing that right. Big old bridge anyway, goes over the river, beautiful bridge. There's Tom and Teresa just to my left. It's blowing a lot more than it looks here on the screen. Let's zoom that back out. How do I do that? That's over there. A couple more lads just rocked up down there. I think they got the lure rods out. Who knows? Who knows? Like I say, a bit of history. Do you want a bit of history, guys? Do you like history? I don't know. Anyway, yeah, so a bit of a different scenery, something different, who knows? I've said who knows about a million times. Well, the camera wasn't rolling, we're up here, the camera wasn't rolling, it was in the box because I was just sorting another rig out, and Teresa's gonna caught a wrasse. Now, I never expected to see a wrasse by here, to be honest with you. But there we are, well done, mate.
Thank you.
With your nice painted fingernails. She must be on holiday, she's painted her fingernails there. But yeah, guys, so we brought you back with a fish. I've just got snagged up and lost everything, so I'm tying a rotten bottom up so I can get I've put a bait out there short, but I want to try and get in that rip tide out there. But we brought you back with a fish on the other mark. Don't tell anybody, but I'm the only one that's not caught anything. But don't tell anyone that. Gotta be honest, guys, proud as punch. Proud as punch I am. Nice little schoolie, Tom.
Yes.
Made up, mate.
Yes.
Gonna get him back now, just? Yeah? Well done, Tom. Absolutely proud as punch, mate. Give us a smile. This kid keeps catching the fish. Well done, mate. Well done, the rain's coming in, the wind's getting up. Let's hope the big fish turn up, yeah? Right, we'll get him back. Whoa, off he goes. Into the deep. Into the deep. Well, well, well. Young chum again, eh? Young chum with a nice little school bass. Fair play to the boy. He is improving in his fishing every time he goes out. He's only 10. Couldn't be prouder of him. I'm just fishing straight into snags, I reckon. And I'm trying to cast a lot further, which is putting me into the shite. I've put a rotten bottom on this. Hopefully it'll give away. Maybe not. Fishing right in the crap. Yeah, young Tom is improving every single time he goes out fishing. Oh, there you are, that's moving, that's moving, that's moving. Then it stopped. Couldn't be any prouder, really, to be honest with you. I have, there we go, that's broken through that. I reckon I've lost the lead. What can I tell you about the marks that we visited today is that they're dead easy, very easy accessible. Literally the car is 50-60 yards behind me there. So the marks are dead accessible, easy marks to fish onto. Yeah, that's where the rotten bottom comes in, that, guys. I am casting a lot further than Tom and Teresa, which is putting me straight into heavy ground, but all I've lost is the lead because I'm using a rotten bottom on that rig, which I haven't got on my other rig, so I'll put it a lot shorter I don't think you need a massive distance here, to be honest, but because I don't know the mark, I'm just playing about. I'll drop this one a little bit shorter now. You in again, Tom? Can't stop the kid once he starts. I might just be in the heavier ground by here, like. But it's all a bit of fun, yeah. So what can I tell you about the marks we visited today? Is they're really easy. We haven't really fished them to the full potential. Oh, he has got a fish. We haven't fished them for the full potential because we haven't really got the time, but we're just having a bit of a play about. Tom's got a fish again, so let's take you to see what the boys got this time. As I say, the car, guys, is literally just there. Really easy, accessible marks, really comfortable fishing. What you got this time, mate? Let's have a look what you got on a map. Ah, look at that, fair play. Well done, mate, a goby. Have you got that one in your species hunt?
Yeah.
That one there? Yeah, oh yeah, I think you have, yeah. Well done, mate. This is Tom's video, nobody else's. Yeah. Had a lot of fish today, didn't you, mate? Yeah?
About 12.
About 12 fish?
I think.
And about 4 species? Thinking hard. Don't think too hard, mate, it's not a trick question.
Oh, yeah.
4 species, yeah? Well done, mate, yeah? Go and put that one back then, yeah, and see if you catch something bigger. Well, he's definitely shown us up. Definitely shown us up. And I think the mistake that I've done is I've gone and played with big baits. Like I say, guys, we haven't really give these marks their full potential today, but they're really good, easy, accessible marks. I prefer this mark than the first mark we were on because there's nobody else here. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? I don't know, but there's more tide pull, so I prefer that. So yeah, we're just having a play about. I'm now going to put a conger bait out. As it's going dark, I'm going to put a conger bait out with a rotten bottom and see if I can pick myself up a conger. Apologies if this is a long video, but with a lot of talking, but it's somewhere new, something different, and like I keep saying, I hope you guys can enjoy and appreciate that. Thank you all for watching. It's been great to have you on board again, and hopefully with a bit of luck we'll catch you in the next one, wherever that might be. So until next time, guys, keep safe, keep fishing, keep chasing them dreams.